top 10 names, other than John Tavares, to watch in NHL free agency. Free agency begins Sunday. The NHL's best rarely make it to free agency. Teams tend to re-sign their top players, keeping them off the market and on their rosters. That leaves a slew of solid veterans and journeymen available to the highest bidders trying to find a forward to play on a second or third line, a defenseman to be in a second pairing, or perhaps a backup goaltender. Ad choice advertising and red invented by Teeds. John Tavares this year is considered a top target, assuming the New York Islanders and their new leaders can't persuade the 27-year-old center to stay with the franchise that drafted him. No. 1 overall in 2009. He had 84 points last season, too shy of his career high. Advertisement trying to show Tavares how serious they are about winning. The Islanders hired Stanley Cup winning coach Barry Trotz and Stanley Cup winning president of hockey operations Lou Lamoriello. New York consigned Tavares to an 8-year contract, too, 1 year more than any other team in the league can give him. The Islanders can invest $80+ million to help convince their franchise star to stay. Tavares, though, may want to take his two-way talents elsewhere because he has made it to the playoffs just 3 times in his 9-year career, advancing only once. If the 5-time All-Star chooses to leave, he has plenty of choices. Toronto, Boston, San Jose, Dallas and Tampa Bay are believed to be among his options. Tavares can command a 7-year contract for perhaps more than $70 million from any of the teams trying to lure him away from the Islanders. Philadelphia Flyers general manager Ron Hextall said that Tavares' situation is holding back other free agents, not knowing how high he will set the bar for salaries, and delaying trades. "I think it's holding up the hockey world a certain amount," Hextall said Friday. Some other names to watch ahead of free agency, which begins Sunday. James Van Riemsdyk advertisement. The Maple Leafs would love to keep him at the right price, but they might have to let him go to potentially to have enough money to bring Tavares back home. The 29-year-old winger had a career-high 36 goals last season, his 6th in Toronto and 9th in the league. David Perron, the 30-year-old winger, picked a good time to have a career year, with a career-high 50 assists and 66 points with the Vegas Golden Knights. He added 9 points during their postseason run. James Neal, the 3-time All-Star, had a career-high 11 postseason points during the Vegas run to the Stanley Cup Final. The 30-year-old winger keeps himself in great shape and leads on and off the ice. Paul Stastny, the 32-year-old center, had a career-high 15 playoff points, helping the Winnipeg Jets reach the Western Conference Final. The one-time All-Star would be a solid plan B for teams that whiff on their shot to sign Tavares. Mike Green with Washington keeping John Carlson off the market. The 32-year-old Green may be the best defenseman available. Green had a neck injury last season in Detroit, and that may concern some teams. Michael Grabner, the 30-year-old winger, finished with 27 goals last year to rank 3rd among potential unrestricted free agents. He had only 2 for New Jersey in the final 21 games. Tyler Bozak, the 32-year-old Bozak has spent his entire career with the Maple Leafs, who may not be able to afford the solid center with 365 career points. Joe Thornton. Teams may hesitate to sign Thornton, coming off knee surgery with his 39th birthday on Tuesday, but the center, with a great hands, could be a great fit for a contending team looking to add depth and a veteran presence. Dan Hamhuis advertisement. With slim pickings on the blue line, the 35-year-old defenseman will be in demand after missing a total of just 5 games the last 2 seasons, in Dallas. Cam Ward. The 34-year-old goaltender won 23 games last season, the most of any potential unrestricted free agent, despite playing for the lowly Carolina Hurricanes. AP sports writer Dan Gelston in Philadelphia contributed to this report. By Taboola. Sponsored links. Promoted links. You may like Throne free online game. Play this for 2 minutes and see why everyone is addicted. Throne free online game. Undo Blinkist. This woman reads 100 books a month. Blinkist. Undo Bab, a language expert, shares the secret to learning a language in 20 minutes. Adebab Vikings free online game. If you're over 30 and own a computer, this game is a must-have. Vikings free online game. Undo Comedy Trash. 35 watches. No one can afford comedy trash and wow fashionable. 10 great dresses for formal event. Fashionable. Undo